They're playing basketball
all around the
we
world.
love that basketball.
To the beach,
They're
y'all.
playing basketball.
Let's go. All around the
We love
world.
that
Y'all know
basketball.
this is so.
The electron transport chain is the final step in cellular respiration. It is essentially very similar to a championship game in basketball. Think of cellular respiration, which is the process of how energy is made, as a basketball tournament. The first step of cellular respiration, which is glycolysis, is very similar to a quarterfinal game. It is not that important, but without the win, you cannot move on to the semifinals. The next step is the semis. Here in the Krebs cycle, we build a lot of confidence, which will be NADH, by crushing our opponent. This momentum will then be used to help us win the championship. In order to understand the dynamics of a championship caliber team, we must understand the players. The four main starters in our electron transport chain are going to be the main complexes used to transport our electrons. These players are NADH hydrogenase, cytochrome BC1, cytochrome oxidase, and our MVP, ATP synthase. Our fifth starter can be compared to the mobile carriers ubiquinone and cytochrome C. These guys are essential players because they love to hustle up and down the court, but all they can do is pass the ball. Okay, so let's begin our championship game. So first, our momentum, which is NADH, is transferred to our first player, NADH hydrogenase, in the form of 2 electrons. Whenever an electron is transferred from NADH, a basket is scored, which represents a hydrogen ion moving across the membrane. The 2 electrons are then transferred to ubiquinone, who quickly passes the confidence to cytochrome BC1. Cytochrome C then accepts the electrons from cytochrome BC1. However, he can only transfer 1 electron at a time because his shot is kind of broke and therefore he doesn't have much momentum in the game. Cytochrome C then gives the electron to cytochrome oxidase, who stores the electrons until 4 are accumulated. At this point in the game, it is pretty close, but cytochrome C is a player who makes big plays at clutch moments. Here, the 4 electrons react with 4 of 8 hydrogen ions and an oxygen molecule. The oxygen molecule can be compared to the skills that cytochrome oxidase possesses, because without it, no big plays could be made. The oxygen molecule is what makes this process aerobic. So the 4 electrons, 4 of the 8 hydrogen ions, and the molecular oxygen are used to bust through and form 2 water molecules. In basketball terms, this process can be compared to making 5 3-pointers back-to-back, for 4 hydrogen ions are moved across the mitochondrial membrane, which creates a proton gradient, thus giving our team the lead. In order to win the game for our team, however, our best player, ATP synthase, will use a process known as chemiosmosis. This process uses the hydrogen ion gradient to phosphorylize ADP to ATP. The ATP is like the trophy that we win for winning the game. The prize for winning the quarterfinals and semifinals were nice but small, whereas winning the championship game offers a reward of 36 ATP. Our team then has a celebration of energy and can use the ATP created to do numerous activities.